What's up, guys? Sam Jones back in the house again with my main man, JimBob. We just got back from seeing the movie Concussion. So a awesome in-theater review up ahead. We both been wanting to see this movie for a while.
Yeah.
I know I did because I knew it was really going to hit upon NFL and all the problems with concussions and how all these players for all these years up until about like 2011, never knew all the dangers of concussions, and they kind of hit it a little bit. And this movie really basically jumps on the story about Bennett Amalu, who was I guess he was a neuropathologist, and he basically discovered why all those 50 to 60 something year old former football players were committing suicide and doing crazy things because their brain was like, in comparison to like a 90-year-old man with like Alzheimer's, and it was in the movie it was just so deep and just so depressing, but so like almost amazing what this doctor did. And again, this is based on a true story, so I mean, we're not really going to be spoiling anything for you.
We're not going to get into like big details.
Yeah, there's not big details we can leave out, but there's just I mean, if you know the story, it's you know it. So with this review, it's really something like we're just kind of being retrospective, just talking about it. What do you think of the movie?
I mean, I just like you, I've been looking forward to it. I mean, you see the previews. The main trailer with Will Smith, I mean, his acting just looked phenomenal from the trailers. Yeah. And I mean, jumping right into the movie, he was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Oscar nomination.
Yeah,
hands
Will
down
Smith will get an Oscar nomination for this role. I mean, it was believable. He was, from Nigeria, and that's where the actual guy is from. And the whole movie, you don't feel like it's Will Smith. It's like this is like Dr. Bennett Amalu. It was like. He had the accent down. He had the facial expressions down. He didn't act like he was American at all. Like you really felt like he was really this guy.
Yeah.
I thought he was outstanding in this movie. Another character we really liked was the character of Mike Webster, who was the famous great Pittsburgh Steelers center, who was a Hall of Famer. And David Morse, who's like from Disturbia, and he was in The Rock. He played George Washington in the John Adams series with Paul Giamatti. A phenomenal, great character actor who I think always gets the shaft. I think he's an amazing actor. He was outstanding in this movie.
I wish he would have been in more, but
right.
I mean, if you know anything, Mike Webster, I mean, he pretty much killed himself because of head trauma, and I mean, he's pretty much what gets this whole ball rolling.
He's the first one that Dr. Amalu,
performs an
autopsy in the coroner's office and kind of sees like what's going on with his brain, and it's just amazing. Like there's a lot of things in the movie that we both played football, and the things I didn't even think about. Like he said, how the brain can only take about 60 G's. Was that?
Yeah, it was 60 G's of force.
60 G's of force, and in football they're taking about 100 and plus G's of force. It's like, holy shit! Like that's so unsafe.
Yeah.
So things I didn't even realize or know. So like the movie to me was a really great movie because it was informative first of all, and it also told a great story, and it was very very interesting. Like the whole time you're thinking, well, what's going to happen if they discover this, and what's going to happen if they discover this, and then you see more people dying over this whole thing, and it was just really crazy.
And I mean, I remember a lot of this when these players died, and I mean, even more recently they showed towards the end about Junior Seau, because he was one of the. I mean,
he's the biggest name.
It's not mentioned in the movie, but it's in the credits towards the end.
He's the biggest name. He's the biggest name.
But I mean, it takes place in Pittsburgh, and it's a bunch of Pittsburgh Steelers that it happens to, and then. Andre Waters for the Eagles.
Andre Waters,
and then
legend.
That guy for the Bears, and his name
Dave Dorson.
Yeah, Dave Dorson, and he was one of the people that was working in the office for the NFL, and he really was just like, it's fine. Gets him and Waters having a confrontation at one point, and I mean it's pretty crazy, and he's actually what helps Bennett Amalu.
Yeah.
I mean,
because he basically conceded and said, yeah, you're right. We were wrong.
He left a suicide note saying, I want my brain to be donated to science.
Right. Yeah, so anyway, I think we both agree it was an outstanding movie.
Will Smith, excellent.
Will Smith, he's going to get an Oscar nod. I mean, he absolutely deserves one.
I think his wife was pretty good, too. Yeah. I've never seen her in anything. I mean, I think she was an actual, Nigerian.
Yeah, she was. She had a very Nigerian name.
In real life.
I don't know. I think the movies. I don't know about the movie itself being Best Picture, or I don't even know if it will even get an Oscar nod for Best Picture. Maybe.
I mean, they do give a lot of pictures. They nominate a lot.
So there's a good chance it will be. I would promise you that Will Smith will definitely get an Oscar nod. I don't know when, but definitely.
I think he could contend against Leo, honestly, because Leo always gets the shaft. I mean, but then someone could come out of left field like Eddie Redmayne last year.
Yeah.
Everyone thought Michael Keaton had it in the bag for the Danish girl. Yeah. But one casting we both hated.
Yes.
Luke Wilson as Roger
Goodell.
Goodell.
It was pointless. It was 100% pointless.
I mean, he wasn't in it that much, but like, get someone who looks and sounds like Roger Goodell.
And is more of an earnest character because Luke Wilson's like a goofball. Like he was in Old School and like. I still picture
Legally
him from
Blonde.
Legally Blonde, and was that Never Been Kissed? Was he in that movie too?
Maybe no.
Drew Barrymore?
No. That was David Cox.
Oh, whatever.
Or David Arquette.
Okay.
David Arquette. So I mean, Luke Wilson.
I hated it.
But luckily, he really wasn't in it that much. And I mean, I read that this wasn't like a movie against the NFL. You sure as hell could have fooled me. I mean, and it pretty much
shit on the NFL for taking the concussion thing serious.
I mean, but in the end, I mean, in the last scene, it shows you that it's not really going to affect the game of football and how people look at it in the NFL. I mean, like, yeah, the NFL took a hit, but they're making billions of dollars every year.
They're making a ton of money. But yeah, the only thing I didn't like about the movie was I thought the casting of Luke Wilson as Roger Goodell was a joke. Like, I'm like, no, this was stupid. And I would have to say, I mean, I hate to be so picky, but that's what that's what us critics do. I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is a great number.
Yeah.
But I really hated some of the casting. I didn't like all the casting. I thought they could have maybe put more into the characters of the other 3 guys that passed away. Mm-hmm. Like David Morse was the best known as an actor, but those 3 other actors that played they're slain football players, and they didn't really have any enough airtime or enough film time. Like they were just kind of like in the movie, and then they acted out, and then they died. It's like I wish I would have saw a little bit more of that.
Yeah.
So I didn't like how that played out.
I mean, I'm going to give it a 4.5 as well. I mean, it was an excellent movie, and a lot of it went into Will Smith's character's like personal life, and I mean, he's the main character, and it's mainly about his life journey when this starts. And I mean, I don't know how much of it was real and how much was fictionalized.
I
and
think it was pretty accurate. Pretty accurate.
I mean, he really put everything.
Yeah,
everything forth in this movie, in his life. I mean, the real guy.
Yeah. I think Will Smith has a great chance for an Oscar nod, and I think a decent chance to win. But I wouldn't say definite. But yeah, so that's our review of Concussion. We will be seeing the movie Joy soon, so check back again for that review. But anything you want to add? Good.
It's good. It's good. It's a good movie. Go see it.
All right, take it easy. Okay, bye.
Goodbye.